has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Welcome everyone to a new Let's Play playthrough thingamajig with Staten from Up to No Good. If you hadn't already figured out, we're playing Darkest Dungeon. It's a side-scrolling, turn-based dungeon crawler. You'll see that in a minute. With very, very strong influences from H.P. Lovecraft's madness-focused horror novels and short stories. The reason I chose to play this is that I'm actually gonna involve you guys, the viewers, subscribers, both from Twitch and from YouTube, as you are gonna be the party members, the heroes, the adventurers that I am in control of in this game. This game is, at the time of recording, in build 9172, and it is in early access on Steam. Available, I don't know how long, but it is now, so you know. And we're just gonna dive right on in here. We're gonna start the campaign. I've played 29 weeks. That's 29 dungeon delves. Yeah. I don't know if that's much or not, but we're gonna dive right into a new campaign. Die, subs, and followers die now. There we go. Perfect. And let the game speak for itself.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
And so we are in the tutorial, and god damn do I love that narrator. So, let's see. We're in control? Yes, we are. First of all, I'm gonna rename our characters. Reynold, I know no subscriber of such name. Let's see. That's better. So, we have Sven Skiller. He's a warrior of light. If we have... This is the light bar. If it's over 75, he does more damage. He's also a kleptomaniac. Prone to stealing items. Good job, Sven. Fuck. And in town, you will only pray for stress relief. I'll show you stress relief when that becomes available to us. He's a crusader, heavy melee, kind of like a paladin, like holy spells and shit are also available. And we have Dismas, a highwayman, using bleedings and guns and shit. I don't know anyone named Dismas, so let's name him Gus Gunbro, because he has a gun and he's a bro. And his name is Gus, so this is how the majority of the game will be played. We use the mouse to move forward. We're currently inside a room, if you see the map in the lower right. We press which direction we want to go on. There's only one available way for us.
Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
And this is... Now we're in between rooms, which means we move forward. And if you look at the map, there's 4 blocks in between the rooms. That means there's 4 chances of random encounters occurring. It can be finding treasure, it can be old campsites, and it can also be that we're under attack. So we're gonna use our one of our 4 attack actions down here. We're gonna use Open Vein. Above the name you see where our character has to stand with the left yellow dots, and which positions he can attack with the red dots. It's gonna make sense soon. And we're gonna attack this guy, the brigand. Yeah, cut him up good. Oh, he's bleeding. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh no. Gus Gunbro, take it with stride. And we're gonna use a stunning blow just to make sure he doesn't attack us more than necessary. Yeah, take that. And he's gonna bleed to death. He's gonna bleed to death unless we cut him up first, of course. Good job, team. You're gonna get used to that narrator. Let me know in comments if you want me to turn him off, because he never shuts up. I never turn him off because, damn, that voice actor. He's amazing. This is another random event. We found an old ruined camp. We click it to loot it, but the person we have highlighted will be the one who's opening it. So if it's trapped, the person highlighted will take whatever the trap is dishing out. But we're gonna use Gus Gunbro to open this up here. Ah, the brigands left valuables, and we actually found some gold.
There is much to be found.
The reason I left Gus do that is because Sven Skiller is a fucking kleptomaniac who will steal items as they appear.
Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
We have this mini-boss here to end the tutorial. We're gonna start off by causing bleeding on him. We want him out of the way as soon as possible. So causing bleed early on will be to our benefit. We have his range back up here. Yeah, he did not like being cut up, and now we are cut up. Let's see, I'm also gonna stun him. Hopefully we can get one of his turns eliminated, but no, he resists that shit. God damn it. So let's see, damage. Let's keep cutting on him, because we want him out of the way as soon as possible. Would be nice to get his guy out of the way there, but motherfucker's behind this fat guy, so we can't reach him with any of our attacks. Well, Gus can shoot him, but it has like a damage penalty, so it's not very efficient. Let's see. Let's use a normal attack for him. 11, that's good. He's almost dead. Hopefully he'll bleed to death. This guy's gonna be a problem. We are quickly bleeding out, and I can't use food at this part of battle. So let's start attacking guy in the back. This guy is probably gonna bleed out, because the bleed is causing 2 damage per turn. So I can't reach the guy in the back, so I'm gonna buff Sven here to withstand attacks. Oh yeah, he's out.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, good dodge, Gus. Good job, bro. Let's finish this guy off as soon as freaking possible. Yeah, good job.
Give them no quarter.
Even though Gus is really close to dying. When this symbol appears, it means the quest is complete. We click that and we immediately exit the dungeon. Any food or like keys or shovels that you acquire in the dungeons will be deleted once you leave the dungeon, but heirlooms, gold and treasures will be brought back with you. So let's have Sven open this here. Bandit's trap chest. Something doesn't look quite right. Well, we didn't get a key from the boss fight. You can use keys to bypass traps, but we'll open it anyway. It is trapped, yeah, and oh, it contained a blight. So we got no treasure, and Sven is now poisoned, which is a dot spell. But let's leave here and check out what the other half of the game is all about. Alright, not much treasure, but it's a tutorial mission, so we have at least some thousands of gold to move around with. At the end of every quest we get these victory shards, which shows what changed with our heroes during this quest. Let's check out Gus. Ruins Scourger. Scouting chance in ruins is increased by 10%. Scouting means that you can see kind of what's in rooms ahead of you. Let's see, Sven got second win. If he is below half his HP, he gets increased damage, but also he's nocturnal. It's highlighted in red because it's generally negative. -2 speed if the torch is above 75. So if it's too bright, he'll be like, ugh, and his speed will be lowered. And we also got Resolve XP, which is our experience. I think Resolve also increases our stress resistance as we increase that. Now we're gonna return to town.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Alright, this is the town. We get this activity log at the end of every mission. Here we have the quest, which is basically defeat all the bosses, raise all the classes to their max level. We see how the heroes have increased in ranks. We have Gus and Sven both becoming apprentices in their classes, meaning they're level 1, up from level 0. And you can also see like a little comment here. Sven Skiller and Gus Gunbro successfully escorted you to the hamlet. The hamlet is our little town, so let's check it out. Here it is. Not many of these buildings are unlocked at the beginning. They'll increase, like 1 or 2 of them will unlock after the first missions here. First thing we can check out is the graveyard to view our fallen heroes.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Yeah. None of that. Hopefully we won't see too much of that. We can watch the Ancestors' Memoirs, we can rewatch cutscenes and listen to dialogue that happens before important missions. And we have this, the stagecoach. It's gonna be our best fucking friend in the beginning of the game.
Women
this is where
and
we
men,
recruit new heroes.
Soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Now, they don't cost anything to recruit, but we do have a limit. If you look above Sven Skiller, you see 2 out of 9. That's how many. 3 out of 9. 4 out of 9.
In the blood-soaked battlefield.
That's our roster capability. We can increase it here by using our heirlooms that we get in dungeons. Increase the number of recruits available for hire. I'll upgrade that immediately, and also increase our roster.
And glory in this domain of the damned.
God, I love that narrator. He's the best. So we got 2 new. We got a Plague Doctor, which is a debuffer. I don't know anyone by this name, so let's see. What should we name this motherfucker? Let's name him Carl. Carl of the Creed. Carl here is a slugger, which means his melee is increased, and he also has a 20% scouting increase in the weld, The well, the ruins, all that, that's different dungeons that you explore. But he also has a fear of the Eldritch, which means that he is more prone to stress out when facing them, and he has a harder time hitting them. Yeah. So that's Carl, welcome buddy. And we have Carbonell. No, that's a dumb name. Let's go with Elin. Let's go with Elin Skiller. Not Skillet, that's wrong. Elin Skiller, she's a Vestal, which is pretty much our holy warrior healer. Definitely gonna be one of our best friends. She's a Night Owl, which means if the torch is below 25, which means really, really low, she'll be increased in speed. But she's also nervous, which means her general stress resist is lowered. So basically at the beginning of the game you always start with the Crusader and Highwayman, and your first recruits will always be a Plague Doctor and a Vestal, but it will then be randomized. Not much we can do in town here, so what we should do is press embark, and we're gonna go here. We can select dungeons to join, enter, I mean, and we select who will be going there. Once we have more heroes, of course, we'll have more to choose from. But let's do that next time. We're gonna fucking dungeon crawl and get into the game for realsies. But thanks for checking out this little introduction to the game here. I hope it piqued your interest. And next time, Sven, Gus, Carl, and Elin will together band up and venture into their first dungeon, which will then unlock more dungeons and more buildings in the hamlet for us to explore. And you're gonna see how cool this game can get. Because as I said, it's a Lovecraftian horror game, so it's not just about, you know, surviving the fight. This game is gonna be punishing us at every step on the way, and this game is gonna show us that it truly is a game that's about making the best of a fucking horrible situation. So yeah, if you're in the game, you're like, hey, you picked me, I'm a character, that's not a good thing. You're gonna go through hell and back and then to hell again. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, enough babbling. I'm gonna get continuing, but you're not gonna see that until next episode. I'll see you then.